What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to carry on my penny stock series and look at TorchLight Energy Resources, ticker symbol TRCH. With TorchLight Energy Resources, we're going to look at some of their main points in terms of an overview. We'll have a look at the current stock price and see what I think, if it's over or undervalued at current prices. And we'll also look at some interesting news articles that are associated with this company. But just before we get into all of that, as always, if you're new around here, it'd be much appreciated if you consider subscribing to the channel, as we're currently on 755 subscribers. And with all that being said, let's dive right into today's video. Firstly, let's look who TorchLight Energy Resources actually are. So through their subsidiaries, they engage in acquisitions, exploration, and exploitation and/or development of oil and natural gas properties within the US. When looking up any companies, I always find it very important to look at who their top shareholders are. And we can see on screen here that the Vanguard Group currently have just under 2% holding. We then have AMG Natural Trust Bank, and in third position we have BlackRock Holdings. These three companies combined make up about 4% or so of the overall shareholders. We have the kind of main brief overview of who TorchLight Energy actually are. Just another brief synopsis in a few points. So overall, as we just said, TorchLight Energy is an oil and gas exploration company based in Texas. The company's main focus is in the acquisition and development of highly profitable domestic oil fields. It's probably no surprise that their main projects are within Texas, and we can see such regions on screen right here. They were founded in 2007, and they also became a public marketed company in November 2010. The current CEO is John Brada, and he took up the role in December 2012 after the departure of co-founder Tom Labinski. Again, just like any penny stock, they can be extremely volatile, and again, I am not a financial advisor by any stretch of imagination. I'm just kind of giving my own 2 cents on what these kind of companies are currently doing, and if they are currently under or overvalued in my own opinion. And again, my opinion is not a financial advisor, it's literally just a random guy on YouTube looking up stocks. So we can see that their current share price is $2.85. And if we scroll down here, we can see the volatility in these styles of penny stocks on the 1-year chart. This time last year, they were trading at about 57 cents a share. And we can see that they had a downcline over the last few months. But again, since let's say December upwards, they have had a drastic incline and are currently trading at $2.85. Like even we can see here on the 5th of February, they were at $1.60. So they're nearly up double that since over the last 10 or so days, which is extremely crazy in terms of stocks. So what I would suggest in terms of buying penny stocks again is to be extremely careful. And even though we can see here that it's gone way up in value over 100 or 200% over the last few weeks, it can easily do the complete opposite and go completely nosedive back down to its levels of about 25 cents per share. Especially with penny stocks in particular, hype plays a huge part in terms of their stock price. For example, if Apple came out with a small bit of news, their price would change a small bit, but it wouldn't change 100% over the course of a few days. Whereas with penny stocks, any news, albeit true or false, can actually have a huge impact in their price. Even people such as big YouTubers, if they suggest a stock, particularly a penny stock, it can actually have a huge impact on their price, and it's kind of a pump and dump kind of scheme. So you need to be very careful when you're choosing penny stocks, and in my own personal opinion, I wouldn't be putting a whole lot of your overall investment capital into these such companies. TorchLight Energy soared 62% last Wednesday, and there was extreme volumes of trading. Again, this could be due to many factors. However, we can also see down below here that there was no actual specific news article or news story that would have made this massive incline in share price. Last Wednesday as well, due to that huge increase on Wednesday of over 60% in the share price, could also have a very good reason to be up that much due to the following news. So we can see the TorchLight announces closing of underwritten public offerings of common stock for gross proceeds of $27.6 million. In terms of breaking that down to know what that actually means, we can see on Yahoo Finance that with that proceeds, TorchLight intends to use the net proceeds for general business purposes and to provide a $5 million of additional bridge financing to Meta Materials in connection with their previous announced arranged agreement between TorchLight and Meta to pursue which would make them a business combination. So that's huge news in terms of if you're looking to be a medium or long-term investor. The thoughts of TorchLight and Meta pursuit to which they want to combine their businesses together. After looking through their investor presentation, it's quite apparent that their three main projects, which are on screen here, are their main priority. And after looking through their extensive presentation as well, I found that it's very detailed and very well constructed together, which is always very promising to see, especially in a penny stock, because you can look through a lot of penny stocks where their overall, for example, presentations, even if they have one, are very vague. Whereas I believe with this company that their overall presentation was very well thought out and it's very well constructed. So there's no thoughts of if they're trying to hide something, in my opinion, and that is very promising to see in terms of a penny stock. In terms of, I think that this company is a buy at $2.85. Personally, again, this is only my own kind of advice for myself, that I probably won't be investing into this company, because we can even see from the graph here that it seems like the ship has sailed in terms of getting in at any price. It would have been brilliant if it even got in at $1 a share. It was about 25 cents a share a few weeks back. So I do believe that all the hype and all of these projects, which I discussed briefly earlier, I do feel that they're already incorporated into the share price. So in my own opinion, I believe in the coming weeks, this overall price, it might go up by another few percent. However, long term, I do feel that it's going to drop back to the $1 or 50 cent mark. I also like to do on my trading 2-2 practice account, again, obviously this is fake money, but I like to kind of keep track of if my recommendations to myself were good or bad. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to buy 1,000 euros worth. Again, this is all fake money, but I just want to see, so that would give me 425 shares, and we're going to buy that company. So it will currently be in my overall stocks on my practice account. And again, it's worth noting this is all fake money, but it'll be interesting to see in the coming weeks if it was the right decision not to buy. For example, the other company in my first penny stock video was Zomedica, and just as well we didn't buy into that company as well, because if we scroll down here, we can see that even since last Thursday, it's down 3.3%. So it's kind of, I think this is kind of a good idea as well, just to kind of track if you did or did not make a good decision in terms of stocks. So as I'm kind of new to penny stocks, this would be great in terms of a learning curve to see if I made the right or wrong recommendations. That's kind of it for today in terms of TorchLight Energy. We had a brief look at what that company actually is, and we had a brief overview of the company with about 5 to 6 points. We then had a look at their main shareholders. We took a look at their current share price and had a look at a 1-year chart. We also had a brief look at their overall projects and plans, and if I felt that current prices of $2.85 were a buy or not. Also, if you found this video anyway helpful, interesting or entertaining, be much appreciated again if you're new around here to consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, be very helpful if you consider liking the video, and most importantly, comment below with any questions, comments, queries or suggestions in terms of this company or any other penny stock that you would like me to cover in the next video. Thanks very much guys, have a good weekend, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video.